I believe we are streaming. So I'm not sure if I should continue. Well, I probably should just to be absolutely sure that we are streaming, and we are streaming. Hello and welcome to This Date in History, aka TDH. This show is all about the events that occurred today in years past, both recognized by actual historians, but mainly things that we personally find intriguing enough for us to bring to you. The sources of this information comes from the smart device application Today in History, What Happened Today in History,
Historical calendar.
and
You
the
finish?
website onthisday.com. For links to those sources, the music, and anything else we gather throughout the show, check the description. I am once again Aoxander,
Senor Lunk.
and random ambient background noise. Welcome, welcome. Anyway, on with the show. Today is Tuesday, aka Tuesday, aka Tuesday, February 15th, 2022. Mr. Lunk, do you want to start us off today?
And 438, Roman Emperor Theodosius II published the law Codex Theodosiarum.
Interesting. I'm going to look this up real quick. The Codex Theodosianus. It was a compilation of the laws of the Roman Empire under the Christian emperors since 312. A commission was established by Emperor Theodosius II and his co-emperor Valentinian III on March 26, 429, and the compilation was published by a constitution on 15th of February, 438. Cool.
Yeah.
You are interested in learning more about the Codex Theodosianus, I will post this in the underbar. But before I do, I will take us up to the year 590, in which Khosrow II was crowned King of Persia.
Ooh.
I don't know who that was, but good on him, Mr. King of Persia.
Yeah. Also in 706, Byzantine Emperor Justinian II had his predecessor Leotonus and Tiberius III publicly executed in the Hippodrome of Constantinople. I'm guessing this has to do with the Nickel riots.
No, this was just his the people who were in his position before him. So
Okay.
he was just getting rid of the potential competition, essentially. Dictator's got a
Okay.
dictator.
It's gonna dictate.
Yep. Moving on up to the year 1002. At an assembly at Pavia of Lombard nobles, Arduin of Arvera was restored to his domains and crowned King of Italy. Well, that's pretty cool.
Okay.
Like, there's
Yeah.
actually a decent amount of stories out there about, people who would eventually become, like, king or lord or emperor or whatever, that went through, various hardships and such. Like, they got deposed, and then, it turned out that those who took them over were wrong, and then but they were already banished to somewhere, and then they just appeared out of nowhere, and then they took their kingdom back. There's a lot of those crazy stories, out there
Oh
actually.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, 1113, Pope Pascal the second issues Hi Ostianus Volatanus. I feel like I'm doing a spell here. But recognizing the order of the Hospitalis. Hospitalis.
It sounds like you need some coffee.
Probably.
Yeah. Mr. Two Poppy, you made a noise. You want to take one?
Uh, we're on 1214.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
During the Anglo-French War, 2013 to 2014, an English invasion force led by John King of England on La Rochelle in France.
Ah, look at that. England invading France yet again. Moving on up to 1493, while on board the Nina, Christopher Columbus wrote an open letter, which was widely distributed upon his return to Portugal, uh, or distributed, describing his discoveries and the unexpected items he came across in the New World. Oh, Christopher Columbus. But yeah, we did the
Yeah.
Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria.
Yep.
Hmm.
Also, 1637, Ferdinand II, Ferdinand III becomes Holy Roman Emperor.
Cool.
Take 1690. Constantine Cantemir, Prince of Moldavia, and the Holy Roman Emperor signed a secret treaty in what's that, Sibiu,
Hmm.
stipulating that Moldavia would support the actions of the House of Habsburg against the Ottoman Empire.
Here we go again. More little secret treaties to, you know,
Hmm.
overthrow other people, other nations. The stuff the states have been doing with all the economic hitmen. That's centuries old, dude. Just new technology, same shit. Moving on up to 1764, the city of St. Louis was established in Spanish Louisiana, which is now in Missouri, United States.
Yep.
Nice.
Also, in 1835, Serbia's
Hold on,
17.
you missed one.
Okay. Oh, okay.
1798.
All right. 1798, the Roman Republic is proclaimed after Louis Alexander Bertrand, a general of Napoleon, had invaded the city of Rome 5 days earlier.
1835, Serbia's Sretenje constitution briefly came into effect. Interesting. What was that? Let me look that up real quick. Serbia's Sretenje constitution. Okay, 1835, correct. Um, it was the first constitution of the Principality of Serbia, adopted in Kragujevac in 1835. The constitution was written by Dmitry Davidovic. It divided the power into legislative, executive, and judicial branches, which is still considered the standard of democracy and constitutionality today. So yeah, it looks like what our founding fathers did in the America, you know, um, really set a precedent.
Hmm.
Uh, are we? Sorry, I should look away from.
That's all right. We are in 1862.
Okay, I'll take that one.
All right.
1862, American Civil War. Confederates commanded by Brigadier General John B. Floyd attacked General Ulysses S. Grant Union forces at Fort how do you pronounce it?
Donaldson.
Donelson, Tennessee. Unable to break Fort's encirclement, Floyd surrenders the following day.
Oh man. So yeah,
Damn.
don't attack Grant.
Yeah, the Confederates had pretty much the best generals during the war.
No, Grant. Oh, pardon me. Grant.
He was Grant was a drunk, I know, but
Well,
like
no, he was a Union guy. But
yeah, but the Confederates had the best leaders of the war.
that is true. Um, yeah, no, it was a real give and take with that war until William Tecumseh Sherman marched to the sea, effectively cutting the entire Confederacy in half. And
Well, that
yeah,
and the French
the French. What did the French do?
during the my bad. I'm thinking about
Revolution. Yeah.
the Revolutionary War.
That was like that was 70 years before that.
Yeah,
So
yeah, they came to save our ass,
yeah, they
and
did.
in turn we saved their ass.
Yep. Well, in 1862, oh, you already got that one. 1870, Stevens Institute of Technology was founded in New Jersey, United States, and offered the first Bachelor of Engineering degree in mechanical engineering. That's pretty
Oh
cool.
damn, that's what my brother is. He's a mechanical engineer, he's a thermal engineer.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
He worked, yeah, he worked on like satellites and stuff.
That's
Now he works for Apple.
oh, that sucks. I have a cousin who is a professor of engineering at the at not MIT. what's the one in Arizona? Uh, like it's not the University of Arizona, like the online one. Like he's in like
Not at the University of Phoenix.
oh that one, yeah, or whatever. I don't know. He's some really good teacher. Like his classes fill up like that, and that's not because, like just because he's likable. No, like he's good.
He's good at what he does.
Yeah, like he's currently working on his doctorate, um, actually, and he's studying crystalline structures to be used as an energy source.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. It made me think of, like, in Toy Story, where Buzz Lightyear, when he first like appeared, it's like, does this planet still use fossil fuels, or have you evolved up to crystalline energy or something like that? So
Well, yeah, I know there's that one cave that they found that it's like so hot you have to wear like a spacesuit to get it to go in
oh
there.
yeah, yeah, the crystal thing.
Hmm.
Yeah, I've heard
Yeah,
about that.
yeah.
Um,
Like I would be pursuing that as an energy source too.
well, I don't think they're it's not hot because of the crystals. It's hot because, like, it's deep in
Y-
the earth.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. No, but I'm saying it's just that that certain spot is so hot that they could only stay there for a matter of minutes to
yeah,
study things.
yeah, that is true. It is something to look into. But what happened in 1879, Mr. Sohan?
1879, Women's Rights. U.S. President Rutherford B. Hayes signs a bill allowing female attorneys to argue cases before the Supreme Court of the United States.
Nice, real nice.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, in 1879. So that was a while ago. So that's good. 1898, the battleship USS Maine exploded and sunk in Havana Harbor in Cuba, causing the deaths of about 274 of the ship's roughly 354 crew. Do people not know numbers? Like, just roughly and about, Like, I thought this was the military. Aren't they supposed to know? Anyway, this incident was used as a rallying cry for the United States to declare war on Spain, thus starting the Spanish-American War. Very much like how Pearl Harbor got us into World War II, the Gulf of Tonkin incident to justify our involvement in Vietnam, and how 9/11 2001 got us back into the deserts of the Middle East. Wake up, people. Come on. False flag,
Yeah.
hello,
Yes, sir. I remember.
This shit's been going on for hundreds of years. People still don't get it. Ridiculous.
All
But
right, I'll take 1899.
all right.
1899, Tsar Nicholas II issued a declaration known as the February Manifesto, which reduces the autonomy of a Grand Duchy Finland, thus beginning the first period of oppression.
Oh boy, here we go, Finland. Every European
Yeah.
country has to go through some kind of dictatorship, it seems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on up to 90.
Also,
Go ahead.
1903, the first teddy bear goes on sale in Brooklyn, New York.
Teddy bear. Everybody's had a teddy
The
bear.
The
Yeah.
Theodore Roosevelt bear.
Yep.
Yeah.
This. Yep. So yeah, every night children cuddle up next to a president, which now with Biden it doesn't sound that good of a thing. So. Moving on up to 1903, the Flores Theater fire in Acapulco, Mexico, caused the deaths of 250 people. Yeesh.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Acapulco. It's a cool name.
Yep, Acapulco. Acapulco Gold.
That's a good place to go. It's got a lot of tourists there. Sorry.
Also
I
in
got the.
1920. Oh, okay.
No, no, go on, go on.
Also in 1923, Greece becomes the last European country to adopt the Gregorian calendar.
Dang. 1923. That's fairly recent. But then again,
Yeah,
like we were talking about this the other day. Like just the aspect of having a unified form of like measurement, be it length, mass, weight, time, distance, all that stuff. Like for the most part, the world has the metric system, and for whatever reason, the U.S. and North Korea still uses imperial, um, or as we call them, freedom units. But for the most part, the whole world uses the Gregorian calendar, which is pretty cool. That means that we're all unified on the same, um, more or less. Even though that China still has their New Year, like when is Chinese New Year? Like May?
it just passed
Oh,
yesterday.
okay.
Yeah, it's in February.
Ah, what year is it?
It was the year of the tiger.
So this is the year of the tiger.
Yep.
It's the eye of the tiger and the cream of the crop.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking right now.
But anyway, moving on up to 1925, the 1925 serum run to Nome. The second delivery of serum arrived in Nome, Alaska. And yeah, this was, I think the Balto thing was the first one. We spoke about that not too long ago.
Yes, we have.
Yeah.
Take 1933. In 1933 in Miami, Giuseppe Sangara attempts to assassinate U.S. President-elect Franklin D. Roosevelt, but instead shoots Chicago Mayor Anton J. Kermack, who dies of his wounds on March 6th. Damn.
Dang.
Yeah, he failed.
Not
That dude
good.
had a bad day, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I
Oh,
guess
man.
that's why Lee Harvey Oswald killed both the mayor and the president.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Because remember, like, the other guy got shot in the throat or something, or he got hit.
Yeah, someone got hit. Also, he killed two people.
Yeah. Moving up to 1942, during World War II, the fall of Singapore, following an assault by Japanese forces, the British General Arthur Percival surrendered. About 80,000 Indian, United Kingdom, and Australian soldiers became prisoners of war, which was the largest surrender of British-led military personnel in history. Oof.
Damn.
Um, you know, they
They weren't. The Japanese wasn't playing.
no, they weren't. What the hell is Europe doing over here? Like, the same can be said as like why was the U.S. in Europe, but like, but still, yeah, that's a mind boggler.
Indeed, it is.
Moving on up to
Also, 1944, also in World War II, the assault on Mont Cassio, Italy begins.
yeah, Monte Cassino.
Monte Cassino.
Monte
Yeah, yeah, I don't know much about Monte Cassino, but that it sounds familiar, and it was I can look it up. It was a rough go, Monte Cassino, I believe. I believe it's a mountainous thing. Yeah, yeah, it's a whole city on top of like a cliff or something. Like, look at that. Can you imagine trying to assault that? That's a fortress. Jeez, that's imposing too. Moving up to also 1944, also during the Second World War, the Navarre Offensive began. What was the Navarre Offensive anyway? Navarre Offensive. It was a campaign fought between the German Army Detachment Narwa and the Soviet Leningrad Front for the city of Narva, between July 24th through 30th in 1944. January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Okay, so that's weird. It's February 15th, but this happened. Oh, here we go. Well, there was two. So here we go. Well, that's interesting. We have two different Narva offensives. July of 1944 and the 15th through 20th of February 1944. Oh, and then there's
Wow.
one in March. What the hell?
Damn, that thing was under siege.
I don't know. Something's weird. Something's weird with history. It seems to be unraveling before our very eyes. But I'm going to close World War II out. Moving on up another 365 days in 1945, the third day of bombing in Dresden occurred. Remember, we spoke about that a couple days ago when they first started it. So 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, firebombing, right?
Yep.
Who wants to talk about ENIAC?
Well, in 1946, ENIAC, the first electronic general-purpose computer, is formally dedicated at the University of Pennsylvania in Philadelphia.
ENIAC stands for Electronic Numerical Integrator and Computer. So that's interesting. Yeah, 1946. So this was one of these room size ones. My mom actually worked with these, the punch cards and everything. It's pretty cool. Moving on to 1949, Gerald Lancaster Harding and Roland DeVoe began excavations at Cave 1 of the Corman Caves, where they will eventually discover the first 7 Dead Sea Scrolls. Interesting.
Nice. Also, in 1954, Canada and the United States agreed to construct the Distant Early Warning Line, a system of radar stations in the far northern Arctic region of Canada and Alaska.
Nice. So that way, they can know, weather stuff. So people like Alice,
Yeah.
can see what's coming. Jumping on up to 1961, Sabena Flight 548 crashed in Belgium, causing the deaths of 73, in which the entire United States figure skating team was lost, along with several of their coaches and family members. What a tragedy.
It is a tragedy.
Yeah, the whole team. Oof.
And then 4 years later, in 1965, a new red and white maple leaf design was adopted as the flag of Canada, replacing the old Canadian red ensign banner.
Nice. And yeah, the old Canadian flag, uh, it looked very authoritarian, or authoritarian, whatever. Like look at that. That is so red. That's an angry flag. It's just like, look at me! I'm British and have a shield with images on it. Ha! Like, Canada, calm down, bro.
Mhm.
Like, moving on up
Canada,
to...
go smoke.
I know. Canada, have a Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. 1971, the decimalization of British coinage was completed on Decimal Day. Cool. We were talking about Australian decimalizing their money, and now British. So cool.
And in 1972, sound recordings were granted U.S. federal copyright protections for the first time.
Nice. So artists can now protect their stuff without too much worry, about people stealing and making money behind their back from their hard-earned work.
Alright.
Mr. Two
I'll
Poppy.
I'll take that one.
I figured that's why you came back.
In 1972, Jose Maria Velasco Ibarra, serving as president of Ecuador for the 5th time, was overthrown by the military for the 4th time.
Dude, the only thing that comes to my mind, I know, right? It's just like that SpongeBob thing. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? Like,
I love the young people.
I love the young people. And they all started crowding. That old guy got killed. But, dude, like seriously, like how many times, like, I mean, like for him, from his perspective, after the second time you've been overthrown, be like, all right, I'm done. Fuck this. 4 times, like, good lord, that's insane.
How many times did they elected his ass?
I don't know, dude. Well, I'm not even sure if well, he was president. I'm not sure if he was elected or if he was president. Like how Putin is president of Russia. You know,
Yeah.
like yeah. Jumping up about 1 decade, which is 10 years, in 1982, 84 workers perished when the drilling rig Ocean Ranger sank during a storm off the coast of Newfoundland. Jeez,
And holy shit.
what a lovely day of death.
Yeah. In 1989, the Soviet Union officially announced that all of its troops have left Afghanistan.
Yep. Afghanistan, all of the Middle East, just been constantly like they have enough problems in and of themselves. Now they have Russia and the United States and coalition and all that shit going in there. And before that, the Germans and Italians, during the Second World War, and before that, during World War One, the Ottoman Empire. Oh, good lord, just constant fighting.
Yeah.
Yep.
Surprised why I'm surprised that the Middle East, as a whole, isn't just a giant smoking crater at this point. Well, then again, it kind of is, but
Yeah, I was about to say.
pardon me. Jumping up 2 years in 1991, the Visegrad Agreement establishing cooperation to move toward free market systems was signed by the leaders of Czechoslovakia, Hungary, and Poland. Cool.
Yep. Also, in 1992, serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer was sentenced to life. Well, sentenced to life in prison in Milwaukee.
Yeah, he was sentenced in Milwaukee. I'm
Yeah.
not sure if he remained in Milwaukee to serve, but
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Okay.
Up to 2 years
Okay.
until his death.
Oh, he's dead?
He got beaten to death
Good.
by an iron bar by a black man.
Oh my god. Bing, bing, bing. Wow. Jumping on to 1996. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, go on.
At the Xicheng Satellite Launch Center in China, a Long March 3 rocket carrying an Intelsat 708 crashed into a rural village after liftoff, killing many. Dude, like, that has got to be a shit way to die. You're just out there being a peasant in the countryside, harvesting your rice, and then a fucking missile, like, falls on you. Like, shit.
See, dude,
Yeah,
that-
if you're in China, then it's fucking better. That's better than fucking living in China.
Yeah.
that's that's what was happening in Germany during the V2 rocket development. Like people would just be getting killed by all the rockets. It killed more people on the development end than on the receiving end.
Jeez. Well, I mean, to this day, we still have problems launching rockets, so, back
Yep.
then, it's surprising they got anything off the ground.
1996, the United
Yes.
States Embassy in Athens was attacked by an anti-tank rocket, which was fired by the Revolutionary Organization in 17th November, whose victim was Richard Welsh in 1975, leading to Intelligence Identities Protection Act.
Yeah, like, that's a lot of information in that short article. From what I get is that, like, there wasn't enough to make an article in and of itself, so they had to explain that the first victim of this organization was a guy named Richard Welsh, who was killed, or whatever happened to him, back in 1975. So that was like 21 years before. So they had been going around doing shit for 21 years, which at that time led to the Intelligence Identities Protection Act. So A lot of information in a compact amount of space. Jumping on up to 2001, the first draft of the complete human genome was published in the magazine Nature, or the article Nature, or whatever it is. Um, but yeah, like all of our DNA sequences and everything, we've cracked the code. Like we now know, like all the all the chemicals and you know microorganisms and everything that make up a human body. You know.
Yeah, but they still can't discover why Tyler's so bitch made.
Yeah, but can they see the reason why kids love the taste of cinnamon toast crunch?
No, no one would ever find that.
Alright, let's go to the next one.
Yeah, Mr. Lunk, do you want
Yeah,
to take this one?
in 2000, yeah, in 2003, protests against the Iraq War took place all over 600 cities globally, with an estimate number of between 8 million and 30 million people participating, making this as the largest peace demonstration in history.
Nice. Now, I remember
Yeah.
when that was going on. Like it was all over Europe, all over the Americas. Just like hearing like people getting together like that. Is truly astounding. Like when we as a
Yep.
species really put our minds to it, we can do great things. We just gotta stop with all the anger and animosity. It's that easy. You know.
Well, that's what I love about the trucker protest. You know, they say Alec Baldwin killed more people than the truckers did.
Yes, he has. Yes, he has.
Alright. I don't even know where we are now.
Jumping on up to 2010, two trains collided in Halle, Belgium, causing the deaths of 19 people and the injury of 171 others. So,
Damn.
not good.
Alright, in 2012, 360 people perished in a fire in an Honduran prison in the city of Comayuga. Comayugua. There you go. That's it.
Komayagua.
Comayagua.
Yagua.
Okay, Yagua. Call me Yagua.
Agua.
Yagua.
You know, like if you separate the words, that means eat water.
Well, see,
Oh
you're not
God.
supposed to chew ice because that damages your teeth, it cracks it, and unless you like the idea of a root canal in your future, don't chew ice. Don't do what my dad did. Like his teeth were so fucked. Yeah,
Yeah. Just crushed ice.
don't chew any ice. Like just suck on ice if you want, but yeah.
Eat a brick.
What?
It's more healthier than ice.
A brick?
At least you know at least you're guaranteed your teeth gonna be fucked up.
I mean, if that's your goal, then sure.
Okay, yeah, but besides that, in 2013, a meteor exploded over Russia, injuring 1,500 people as a shockwave blew out windows and threw rocks into buildings. This happened unexpectedly only hours before the expected closest ever approach of a large and unrelated asteroid, 2012 DA14.
Yeah. So essentially, they were expecting an asteroid to pass, and then they got hit by something else unrelated they didn't even see. Why is it everything's happening in Russia? Like probably because of their size, but like what was it called? Like the Tungska incident or whatever, where that meteor blew up and like leveled.
Tunguska or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, or it exploded in midair and just took out a whole fucking
Forest.
like a whole forest.
Yeah.
Damn.
They pissed off the aliens, and the aliens were like, "No, fuck
Yeah.
yes, fuck these people."
Yeah. And in 2021, 60 people drowned and hundreds went missing after a boat sank on the Congo River near the village of Langola Ekoti, Mainombe Province, Democratic Republic of the Congo. Dang. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's like, we have more articles about people dying than we do about anything good, which is not good. Like, what's wrong with our history? It's just all about pain.
Well, it's
It's more
usually. Oh, sorry. Go on.
There's more deaths today than yesterday.
I'm not, well, yeah, probably in the death
Well,
section, but yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. It's just because that's the way the news does it. They always like report things on fear. More than
yes,
more
Yeah.
than good
always.
stories because it gets more attention.
Before we get into the births and deaths, actually, any articles reshot and grab you today?
Mm, yes, 1879 women's rights. The
Yeah.
women's rights thing is like,
Yeah, I'm not even sure today. I feel kind of jaded.
I'd have to say the USS Maine. That pushed us over the edge to declaring war on Spain. Um,
oh yeah, that too.
yeah. Anyway, let's get into births here. Started off
Yeah.
in 1377. We have Ladislaus of Naples. We move on up to 1472. Piero the Unfortunate. He was an Italian ruler. Well,
How
I
unfortunate.
wonder why he was called unfortunate. That's like, that meme. Like everything has a story. What the hell happened here? um,
Yeah, someone must have chopped his head off or hanged him.
Yeah.
well, I'm looking it up
Or
here.
he's
Um,
probably hired and fired the same day.
well, he was Lord of Florence in Italy from 1492 until his exile in 1494. Um, so he was exiled. Uh,
Hired and fired.
yeah, more or less. I'm not sure. Uh,
Hired, fired, and blacklisted.
I'm gonna add this to the underbar here in a minute. Um, actually, did I forget to? I think I forgot to add something else to the underbar. But anyway, moving on up to 1519, we have Pedro Menendez de Aviles, the first Spanish governor of Florida. 1564, we have Galileo Galilei, Italian astronomer, physicist, and mathematician. We all know who he is.
Yes.
1612, we have Paul de Chaumede Sieur de Maisonneuil, a French soldier who founded Montreal. So that's cool. That's in Canada, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
1627, Charles Morton, a Cornish nonconformist minister. So become ungovernable. 1700,
Ooh.
1705, we have Charles Andre Van Loo, a French painter. 1739, Alexandre Theodore Brunidat, a French architect who designed the Paris Bourgeois. What does that even look like? Let me look at this. What is this?
Probably
Uh,
looks awesome since
Probably.
it's
Ooh.
French architect.
Oh, that's cool. Look at that. Like the columns, and it has a big old dome, and the inside is
Like I
all.
said, since it's French, it looks awesome.
Look at that. That's pretty cool, dude. Let's see here. Then moving on up to 1809, we have Cyrus McCormick, a U.S. journalist and businessman who co-founded International Harvester. 1812, we have Charles Louis Tiffany, a U.S. businessman who founded Tiffany and Company. We all know who they are.
Yep.
And we know who this is. Susan B. Anthony, born today in 1820. She was a U.S. suffragist and activist. She was arrested for voting when it was illegal for women to vote. And eventually she would have her face on a coin. So cool. I have a couple Susan
Yes,
B.
the
Anthony
dollar.
coins. Yeah. 1892, James Forrestal, a U.S. lieutenant and politician who was the first United States Secretary of Defense.
Ooh, I gotta get this one.
All right.
In 1907, we have Cesar Romero, U.S. actor known for playing the Joker.
The Joker.
Yeah, in 19,
Like the original.
1966 Batman.
Oh, let
Yep.
me. Oh, that guy. Yeah, cool. Why does he have a mustache with his makeup?
No, no, that's the thing. He refused to trim his mustache. So yeah, so that's so he painted over it.
Huh. That's interesting. Why don't you take the next several?
Hell yeah. In 1909, we have Miep Gaius, Australian Dutch humanitarian who helped hide Anne Frank and her family. Your hero.
Nice.
And in 1910, we have Irina Sendler, Polish nurse and humanitarian, righteous Gentile.
Yep. What
And
is a
then,
righteous Gentile?
yeah, what is that?
Uh, yeah. Okay. The righteous
Like a
Gentile may
Mormon or
refer
something.
to Naushide, a Gentile who has forsaken idol idolatry while living amongst his own people, following the way of the sons of Noah. Um, I don't know. Uh,
I'm pretty sure they're talking about Mormons.
okay.
Yeah, sounds Mormonish. Also, in 1928, we have Norman Birdwell, U.S. author and illustrator who created Clifford the Big Red Dog.
Nice. My
Yeah,
apologies.
that's okay. Allergies happen, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, no, it's just my lung scarring from when I used to be a sandblaster. There's aluminum oxide
Oh,
floating around in there. So
oh,
Oh no.
damn.
yeah, no, I have permanent damage. So like, it doesn't help that I vape and smoke weed, and then I live in, you know, Southern California. It's just like everything I can do to hurt myself, respiratory wise, I'm in it. might as well just
Yes, you are.
might as well just like suck the exhaust right out of a muffler. So
hmm Also, in 1934, we have Nicholas Riff, Swiss computer scientist who created the Pascal programming language.
Hmm.
nice. 1954, we have Matt Groening, a U.S. animator, producer, and screenwriter. Uh, is he the creator of The Simpsons?
Yes, he is.
Yes,
The Sim-
The
and
Sims.
I and I think Futurama.
Yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
believe.
yes, he is. And I think Enchanted.
Hmm. The movie.
Oh, there's a show called Enchanted
Oh.
that's on Netflix that's like Futurama but in the past.
Oh. Okay. All right. Moving on to 1955, we have Christopher McDonald, U.S. actor. 1964, Chris Farley, U.S. comedian and actor.
Yes.
Oh.
Nice.
Tommy Boy.
Tommy Boy.
Beverly
Hmm.
Hills Ninja.
Hmm. Oh, there's a video out there. I saw it on one of Zeducation's YouTube videos. Um, there's a guy out there who does like a spot on Chris Farley impersonation. Like he's the same
Oh
weight,
yeah.
like same hair. Actually, let me see if I can find it real quick. Um,
Was he being like Matt Foley?
No, he did a pretty good job. They probably gave him a free beer for that.
You damn right. Give this man a beer.
Yeah, I saw it too.
like I think it was in like
Yeah,
a
well,
gas station or a convenience store or something.
yeah, it was like at a gas station.
Oh, I know who this person is. Alex Bornstein.
Well, I can't seem to. Oh, here. I think this might have been the video, but I will show it to you. Oh no, it's not. Maybe it is. I don't know. I'll play it later. But anyway, let's continue on. Um, in 1971, Alex Borstein, a U.S. actor, voice artist, producer, and screenwriter. Who's Alex Borstein?
She is the voice of Lois Griffin on Family Guy.
Oh, wait, the first one or the current one?
The current one.
Or wait, no, it was
Yeah.
Meg that they switched voice actors with, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. They switched
Peter.
with somebody. Yeah, they switched it with Seth from Seth's sister to Mila Kunis.
Hmm. And then 4 years later, in 1975, Brendan Small, a U.S. animator, producer, screenwriter, and actor, shares the name with the
Yep,
main character of home movies.
and he also was the animator of Metalocalypse,
No way. That's an awesome show.
and he did some of the music.
Now, wait a minute. This guy is. So he named a character after himself. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Brendan Small. Why don't you take us to the deaths today?
yeah. I will. At 670, we have Osu, Osu, King of Northumbria.
Northumbria.
Yep. And 1508, we have Giovanni the Second
Eel.
Bentil
Giovanni
Il
Eel.
Foto
Yeah.
Tyrant of Bologna. Damn, I
A,
didn't know Bologna had a fucking tyrant.
a baloney tyrant. Watch out for the meat. But yeah, 1508 isn't. Was it 1508 or 1308? The horror movie about the haunted hotel room.
1408.
1408.
1408.
Oh wow, I was wrong both times. I'm just hovering around it.
Yeah. Also in 1939, we have Francois Marie Thomas Chevalier de Lormier, Canadian rebel. Ooh, what were you
1839.
rebelled
Yeah,
against? Probably you're probably pissed. Like I'm tired of being nice.
he's the guy who holds
Okay.
the sign. I am mildly upset. Like
Yes,
the
he
most
is.
violent demonstration in all of Canada's history.
Also, also in 1844, we have Henry Addington, first Viscount Sidmouth, English politician who was a prime minister of the United Kingdom, of course.
Nice.
Yeah. In 1933, we have Pat Sullivan. No, yeah, Pat Sullivan,
Hmm.
Australian animator and producer who co-created Felix the Cat.
Nice. Yeah,
And
Felix.
yep,
Felix the cat. That's the black and white one, right?
indeed, it is.
Oh yeah.
Also, in 1970, we have Hugh Dowden, first Baron Dowden, Scottish Air Marshal.
Hmm.
And in 2002, we have Kevin Smith. Not that Kevin Smith, by the way. New Zealand actor.
Yeah, no, like there's like I like to trip people up by throwing in similar names or exact names, because like
Yeah.
also born today was a Mexican footballer named Diego Martinez, and when I was doing the show like many years ago, like back in like 2009 or something, I actually had a friend named Diego Martinez, so it's just like he saw the show, he's just like,
Now,
today's not my birthday, and I'm like, it's not you. I wasn't born in 1979. I'm like, yeah, I know. It's a different. But anyway, that
hmm,
concludes the show. Once again, check the underbar for e-links you may be interested in. For your dose of passive events daily, we stream every day. Currently trying to make it in the morning. Did not do that today because, like, reasons. But anyway, yeah. For all of you, all of us, I am A.O. Xander.
so your lunk?
I'm bummed they found off the street.
Yeah, yeah, just some random guy I picked up at Home Depot. Paying him $50 to be on
And
the
what,
show.
and
So
what man, what we mean by, we picked him up, we didn't pay him. He's just got a sack over his head and drug into a van.
and then I called La Migre. La Migre. Okay, before we get canceled, Mr. Sohan, you also have something to add to it?
Yeah, if you like gaming or some random dumb shit, just watch me on Twitch at Sohin TV.
The link for that will, of course, be in the underbar. And until tomorrow, don't forget to look right, left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Toodles. Let's go, Brandon.
Yes, Senior
Yes,
Brandon.
sir.